Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Mais par contre, vous êtes dans la merde.
Are you certain it's wise to return to Esfrost alone, Your Grace? You are needed here.
If Sycris's missive is to be believed, I'm afraid matters are far too grave to be left to any. Svarog's deception is nearing its climax. His ill-gotten profits are being used to build a weapon of untold destructive power.
Our anonymous source from the manufactory hinted at as much. Svarog is bold to have carried out his plan this far.
Death Snell? What?
Let the adults speak, my dear.
If
Mon
we're
Dieu.
to be wed, then there should be trust between us. How long do you intend that?
Very well. Tell her, Thalos.
Ah tiens, à la fin tu fermes ta gueule, t'as oublié.
If you insist, brother. This weapon combines the powerful explosives developed by Dragan with Esfrost's mastery of steelcraft. Although yet to be tested, this cannon is said to have the power to breach even Hyzant's walls. The goddess's shield would buckle under a single blast.
But the shield is impregnable.
I have heard nothing of this. Do you think so little of your general?
A general is to win me victory, as and when I command it.
Comme il la parle, c'est
Svarog's
incroyable.
intent isn't to bring Hyzant to heel, however. He means to use... But the fool was so blinded by ambition that he never saw the strings guiding his every deed.
Fool that he may be, he served his purpose well. The cannon could not have been made without his engineers and Dragan. He will die secure in the knowledge that his bloodline contributed to the glory of Esfrost. Sadly, with it, we shall do what our forebears could not. The goddess's shield shall yield before Esfrost.
If we can even approach the walls, brother, the trade embargo will ensure that Hyzant is especially wary of our...
On the contrary, their focus will turn inward. With not else to leverage, there may be some gnashing of teeth, to be sure, but it will only be in an attempt to hide their inner turmoil.
Oh, si tu savais.
Muster a force, and march to the Hierophant's palace at once.
As you wish, brother. I shall gather what news...
Tu vas te faire baiser,
Thalos,
comme on dit.
you will remain in Glenbrook. Conduct yourself as if I had never left.
You hardly need to ask, brother.
That is all.
Vous allez perdre. Hein.
Even his own flesh and blood are but tools to be used and then discarded when they're...
He has faith only in himself. Such has ever been his rule.
Esfrost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzant.
Quel con.
Gustadolf sends Erica to Hyzant to deliver his ultimatum, and dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase. Hyzant, under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolfort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation.
Ça va être drôle.
softly but surely, Nozelia descends.
Sonne donc leur désiré. Ils vont avoir dans leur cœur. Là, vous êtes prêts? Là, ça va être
Those are
drôle.
the Archduke's wishes. I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer. Come to think of it, I heard that Wolfort was added to your saintly ranks. Where might he be?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. The dealings of the Saintly Seven are our business. And
Boum!
now-
Dans ta gueule, frère.
How disappointing. I had hoped to congratulate him on his promotion.
That wretched woman. Those are hardly wishes.
Non, t'inquiète pas. Ils vont avoir dans la gueule. Tout le monde y est.
Esfrost all but demands us open the source to restore our diplomatic relations.
The duchy fears neither a lack of salt nor the goddess's shield. I can assume they have a plan in mind.
Then this
Il a
was
pas
no
tort,
more
hein.
than a ploy to
Quand même,
Wolfert's
faire
hand.
attention à l'ennemi. Hein.
We had best expedite House Wolfert's plans to take the capital. Minister Exham, send word to Minister Serenoa.
Et on va les couper la tête. Clic. J'ai hâte. On va bien se marrer. Ah, un allié vert. Ah, ça fait plaisir. Ça fait plaisir. Mais surtout que j'ai combattu pour avoir un allié.
You wish to lend us Hyzant's new weapon?
Yes, it was a directive from the Holy One. The weapon is one Minister Lila developed in secret.
I compressed a vast quantity of magic into crystal form. We call this weapon Elfric.
Ouais.
The blast crystals have yet to be perfected, but they can decimate a castle wall easily.
We thank you for your support. Be forewarned that their power makes them unwieldy in an average battle.
They are not meant to be used on people. Furthermore, we are only giving you a single blast crystal.
Regardless, I'm certain it will come in handy while recapturing Whiteholm Castle.
Its incomplete nature makes it regrettably tricky to use, but Milo should be able to take care of that for you. Use them both wisely.
Ok.
I am Milo.
A dancer by trade,
Isn't something
but
like that?
assistant to the saintly Seven on occasion. I
Okay,
shall
ouais, je vois.
serve you, Minister Serenoa, until we reclaim the capital.
You sure you'll be okay?
You needn't worry. It isn't my first time flirting with
Hmm?
A Hyzantian spy?
Very likely.
The blast of the Elfric should help you catch the enemy unawares. Both my army and Minister Camsel's will join in the attack. Can we entrust command to you, Minister Sereno?
Most certainly. And the crystal will be key in our plan.
Ouais, pas de problème. Bah, de toute manière, ça m'étonnerait qu'ils font un coup d'espionnage. Parce qu'il doit être avec moi, ils peuvent pas me trahir. Hein, sinon, ils perdent aussi leur puissance. C'est difficile, je vais pas mentir, c'est difficile de savoir qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire exactement. C'est très difficile.
You have made a grave error in allowing thieves to raid the archives, Constable Sycris.
Forgive me. My guards gave chase as soon as they noticed intruders, but they'd already fled beyond our reach.
What did they take?
Luckily, they were unable to gain entry to where we keep our more sensitive texts. All they were able to make off with was a single book penned by the late Lady Orlea.
Orlea? She left behind a message of sorts?
She'd bid it be passed on to Lady Frederica when she came of age, but it seems those wishes were forgotten.
Salos or Erica must have hidden it from her. They derived no greater pleasure than from tormenting her.
Sérieux?
Do we know what was written in this?
No. Storage records indicate it was protected by some arcane seal.
must be of some significance. If she would go to such lengths to protect it from prying eyes.
C'est n'importe quoi là. Ça part en couille on dirait.
Perhaps something to do with the Rosellan liberation, for which she fought so fiercely. Or perhaps it is not but a mother complaining to her daughter of a duchy they will.
I shall send a party to hunt down the thieves at once.
No need. Such ruffians are unlikely to be in the employ of our foe.
Oh,
It is more important that we dispose of Svarog and finish the Nell with all haste.
Aye, Your Grace.
Vous allez perdre, Coco. Je vous dis déjà, la guerre, vous allez perdre parce que je vais venir un peu en avance. Mais oui. On n'a pas ça la stratégie, bande de salauds. Ah, à la fin, on n'a même pas vu comment ils l'ont pris celle-là. Hein. C'est juste que le mec s'est barré comme un con.
Benedict asked me to scout out Teleorn where the Esfrosti soldiers were stationed. But I hardly see any around.
Mais c'est bien,
Why
non?
did he ask me to come here in the first place? I doubt it would matter in reclaiming the capital. But orders are orders. I should report back.
Peut-être conquérir les deux endroits pour bloquer le gars. On peut faire ça aussi. Hein. Il sera bloqué, le petit qui s'enfuit où? Il prend là, il prend ça, il prend ça. Le gars il est totalement bloqué. Hein. Il est dans la merde. Hein. Il peut rien faire. Hein.
Ah, tidings from Erica. She says Hyzant refused our...
You seem surprised. There was no way Hyzant would agree to open the source.
I know that, but the negotiations were meant to buy us time. Yet it seems their soldiers are already on the move. Damn it all! This wasn't supposed to happen.
If you play with fire, you get burned. Now we have no recourse but to meet them in battle with...
So it has come to war, then?
We just have to beat them at the... Their newest saint is heading the vanguard. You must be delighted that a former retainer to the crown is coming to visit, right, Cordélia?
Enough, Thalas. I won't allow such impudence toward...
Queen, this child is nothing more. And I believe the impotent one here is you, Avlora. A general has no right telling the Prime Minister what...
I had no idea the Prime Minister's job was to torment the weak.
Enough, General of Lore. I will answer the Prime Minister. As the Queen of Glenbrook, I shall protect my kingdom until my dying breath.
It appears your impudence is contagious.
T'inquiète pas, quand elle va apprendre que c'est son frère qui est encore là, tu seras dans la merde.
I shall protect...
Because I am to wed the Archduke?
Because you are a warrior. One who does not give up, even if she must fight her battles alone. I was an orphan. I never knew my parents. I entered the army to make a place for myself. So I know better than anyone the pain of having to do...
Ah, pourquoi tu combats pour des connards comme eux, par exemple?
Allow me to bare my heart to you as well. As the last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, I do not intend to let Gustudolf have his way.
You mean to strike down the Archduke?
But I lack the power to do so. Have you heard of the Royalists? The aristocrats who were aid to my father.
I have. I also heard they secretly indulged in bribes and the like for personal gain. That man Patriot was cozying up to the Archduke not seconds after King Regna's beheading.
Indeed. But Gustudolf has not given any of them a position in his court, so they have fallen on... I want to ask Patriot and the other royalists for their help.
Are you mad? No doubt they would wholeheartedly embrace you as their symbol, but only for their own purposes.
I understand that. But their years in service to the crown, I must have
T'inquiète
their
pas, après,
support
son
if I'm
frère qui
to
va venir.
reclaim Glenbrook.
Comment ça va venir?
Is it possible for you to rein them in?
Not alone. But with you, General of Laura, I can. They lack military might. If you accompany me, I could sway them to my cause. Please, General.
As an Esfrosty general, I simply cannot turn a deaf ear to what you've told me. Did you not think I would tell the Archduke of your plans?
Of course I did.
Yeah,
I refuse to stand idly by as a mere decoration. So if it meant earning your... I was willing to show you that I wish to protect Glenbrook by any means necessary.
You took a gamble.
I had to. For it is not status or...
So you bet on my honor, and refusal would sully my name forever. However, safeguarding the kingdom comes first. Fighting at your side will have to...
General of Laura!
A word of advice, Your Majesty. Both Hyzant and the Archduke are veterans of war. The fight will not be an easy one, and may rage on for many years.
Even so, I will not falter. I must do this.
An admirable resolve. I shall be your sword and shield, my queen.
Thank you, General of Laura.
Ah bah vous êtes un peu dans la merde parce que c'est quand même elle qui a buté le gars, hein.